Gaming journalists will take any opportunity they can to attack gamers and to tear down this industry. And right now, they're doing that through Marvel Rivals because we've seen tons of people attack this game because of the sexy characters, but now it's because of apparent racism within the community. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, basically, any game with multiplayer faces this accusation now that all of the players are racist, that there's tons of abuse, there's awful people playing these games, when really there are so many sensitive snowflakes on social media who complain about any little thing. If you say one single word or one phrase that they don't like, even if it's not something that's like overtly racist, they'll attack you for it. And that is exactly what is going on right now because they are making a lot of big claims without any evidence. And really, it just comes across as them trying to find another angle in which they can attack Marvel Rivals. This is by The Gamer. Who could have imagined? The Gamer's had some really bad takes lately. It says if you've played even a little bit of Marvel Rivals since launch, you may have noticed just how poor the moderation is. Oh no, guys, there's poor moderation. There's not an AI that is censoring you like in a game like Black Ops. Who would have thunk it? That's terrible. You may have noticed just how poor the moderation is. It doesn't take long to find a player using a hateful, often bigoted username, sometimes even including uncensored slurs. Now, I have played a lot of Marvel Rivals. I have played a lot of ranked and a bit of unranked. I have never seen an uncensored slur username. I would love if they would show just a single example of this happening, but of course there isn't one. I've seen some more edgy usernames, of course, but we're talking about a game that primarily adults are playing, right? So there's going to be people who are going to go in a voice lobby and who are going to trash talk each other. Competitive banter shouldn't be a problem, but there's also going to be people that are putting pretty edgy usernames. Now, as the game is in season 1.5, some players feel that that issue is getting worse. I honestly feel like it has been getting, I guess in their opinion, better. I have seen significantly less of those edgier usernames, and I feel like the newness of the game is kind of wearing off, so there's not as many people in voice chat. Whenever I used to join a match, there would always be people in voice chat, every single one. Now I feel like it's every other or every couple. So I feel like even that's kind of fading away, and it's probably because people don't want to lose their accounts. It's probably because they see journalists like this putting out hit pieces basically saying, report anybody that you see doing anything that could be deemed as offensive. Now some users on the Marvel Rivals subreddit are sharing their experience with racism and other forms of bigotry. In Marvel Rivals, this goes beyond the usernames as players report that they have been sent abuse and slurs in text chat without any consequences. That's the glorious thing about doing anything on the internet, whether you are on X and you're looking at posts and people are commenting on your account, or you're in a video game. You have multiple features at your disposal. First of all, you can mute people. You can mute their microphone, you can mute your microphone, you can shut the voice chats and also the text chats off completely, but you can also block people if they find a way around these features. And yes, you can report people if you feel that they have taken things a step too far, but the problem is that hate and harassment now could be me calling you a little bitch, right? That could get my account banned via Activision or maybe even Marvel Rivals. I haven't heard of a lot of bans going on with Marvel Rivals except for blatant cheaters, people who are using cheats. But besides that, I haven't heard of a lot of people like losing their accounts because they said a naughty word or because they trash talked each other. And throughout this entire article, the gamer only uses one specific reference to something that, yes, I mean, shouldn't be used as a username within the video game. I'm not sitting here and saying that it should be used, but on the flip side, they're using one single image to justify this entire article being written where they're talking about rampant racism and sexism and hateful and bigoted content being shared in this game, when again, they've only got one single point of reference. And over the past couple of months, I've covered Marvel Rivals quite a lot. There have been a lot of hit pieces and a lot of attacks on this game. There are some journos who have said it is ridiculous that something like Overwatch 2 died so Marvel Rivals could thrive, even though Marvel Rivals, in my opinion, is a superior game, and Blizzard really dropped the ball when it came to Overwatch 2. You have them attacking character designs and some of these models and these outfits. They've even tried to defend games like Concord compared to Rivals. There are just some ridiculous takes surrounding this game. You've got Marvel Rivals designs trigger snowflakes who say they only appeal to gooners. The Gamer, funny enough, attacked Marvel Rivals for having too many characters and too many options. It really is like they just totally and completely hate playing games, because who complains about there being too many different characters with too much different variants within a video game? You would think that that would be something that people would be praising, but not the Gamer. We've got Eurogamer roasted for giving Concord 3 out of 5 stars, and Rivals 2 out of 5. Access Media got embarrassed yet again. Marvel Rivals designs trigger snowflakes who say they appeal to the male gaze. Then, of course, we have the problem with mods. There are some mods that have been put out, like the Trump Captain America mod that triggered a lot of people, but Nexus Mods got roasted for removing that, even though they've allowed mods with like Joe Biden's face on them before. They claim that, oh, we don't allow political mods, but they do when it's politics they align with. So we've had several situations surrounding Marvel Rivals over the past couple of months since its release, and quite a few of those situations have to do with outlets like Kotaku and The Gamer trying to find an angle in which they can attack this game. And when it comes to these alleged, slurs and character or account names and this alleged racism, right? I am not sitting here saying that it has never happened in the history of this game's existence, because there are always going to be bad apples in every single bunch. But when they're not really providing any evidence except for one single post, and that's because the post went viral on X, and they haven't done any of their own journalism to get to the bottom of this, it really makes me just feel like they're trying to find another way to attack this game. They could have went into, I don't know, 10 matches in Marvel Rivals and documented it, the text chat, the voice chat, some of the usernames, and then they could have provided us with evidence for their claims, but they didn't do that again, except for using one single post from X with a bad username. So I will be keeping my eye on this to see if they make any other follow-up statements or if they try to find other ways to attack Marvel Rivals. I'm sure they will, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.